You're listening to Productivity Monsters in the Morning. We are the energy volt your real estate business needs to get you up and out and excited and productive for the day. We go over trending topics and things that really matter in the market of the moment. Here are your hosts, Tiffany Hampton and Brooke Silva.
Good morning.
Good morning. I know it's not snowing where you are. It's snowing where I am.
I'm not sad. I'm actually, it eliminated some travel because it's snowing where I was supposed to go and quite the bit of snow. And it's cloudy with the chance of no snow.
Not meatballs.
No meatballs.
We just watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2, so it's fresh in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah. But this weekend, I'm going to Hartford all weekend.
Oh,
I'm
fun.
leaving Friday night. Riley has a cheer comp. So, and there's no snow in the forecast for that. So sunny with the chance of no meatballs or snow. Very happy.
I just saw the picture of your granddaughter with all her little cheer gear on. And my favorite thing about cheer little kids, like little ones, is that their bows are normally bigger than their heads.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Because I have a child who she is so hot or cold with hair bows.
Yeah.
There are days, there are months she'll go through and never touch a headband, an elastic, a scrunchie, a bow, and then she'll get into these like, my hair has to be perfect today. I need the bow sitting this way. Like, it is so funny how she goes through these hair moods. I guess I do too. You do too. There are days there are weeks where I've never seen your hair down.
Yeah. Well, and today's one of the like legit, I have the hair, like it's gonna go up in a bun
Yeah, I
because
figured.
it's the get stuff done hair. When it's up in a bun, I'm on a mission to make things happen.
Oh boy, that friends, take note of that one.
Yeah,
So you and I
absolutely.
had a really interesting conversation this morning that because we always pre-coach before this, I get my fill of Tiffany coaching in the morning. And what we started to talk about was a situation I had yesterday, and it's not a situation, but it was a cool experience. My role has people of all experience levels, and my regional tech trainer role is vastly different from region to region. How my role runs here is completely different than, say, somebody in Utah or Northern Ohio, Michigan, right? How our regions are set up is also unique and different. I, through the years, have created a collection of who I think are some of the brains I want to be around. And we are so unique in our past life experiences and our current skill set or past skill set that we bring a lot to the table at one another. And yesterday I got to be the person to solve when a lot of the times it's other people in the group solving. We all solve for each other and help teach. But yesterday was a really cool experience where I got to draw on like old school tech knowledge.
Yeah.
And it was so simple. And it made me think today is who are you surrounding yourself with in your world for business that may not do the same thing you do in your role, but is in the same type of growth mindset and problem solving mindset that you are in. And I think that we talk about tribes, but this is a different level of tribes.
Yep. Yeah. And funny because back in the day when I worked for another company and websites, we used to create our own websites, and I made the ugliest websites on the face of the planet. You would have appreciated it. But I used to love coding.
Yeah.
Love coding. I used to love going online and figuring out things that I didn't understand. Now I'm at the point where if I can't figure it out in 15 minutes, who do I go find?
It's usually me.
Yeah. When
And
it
it's
comes,
funny
yeah.
because yesterday somebody said, I've been working on this for days. And I said, why have you been working on it for days? And because like you, like me, and this is a lesson you have to learn. And this is not something you just do. Over the years, I've learned I know myself and my brain well enough that if I haven't figured it out, or most adults in 15 minutes without trying so hard and dedicated and researching, that I'm probably not going to be able to figure out. And I need to go to my mastermind group um, to get it done or to solve, or to even, there's been times where they're like, you are wasting your time. And I'm like, what? They're like, you're wasting your time. That is useless. And here's why. And I'm like, well, Kurt, I really appreciate you telling me that. And they're true. But when you get those moments of ding, this would be a great idea, and then all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah.
I wish I had thought that through.
Yeah. Well, and you also have to think about it along the lines like, we get blinded, right? Like, why do we hire coaches? Because we live in our blind spots,
We do.
and I had a conversation recently where I'm like, I don't know if I can coach you because we're such good friends and we've been around each other for so long. I don't know that I can see your blind spots. That's why you need your tribe, your community, your squad, whatever you want to call it. Because they're going to be like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. In a nice way. We
In a
appreciate
nice way. In a very nice way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was funny because you don't know when you're going to need the knowledge you have in your brain. I've said this for years. I have had such unique jobs in my life. I've done a lot of things, but I've always been an instructor, a trainer, a coach for those things in my life that I've done previously. And you never know when this knowledge is just going to be needed or appear in the right moment. So it was funny when our crew was talking about a problem yesterday, I said, let's hop on a Zoom because FaceTime fixes everything, right? If you can't be in person, Zoom is show me. And it was just fun to be able to use knowledge that I was actually angry about when I got into IT, because I was like, this went away. This is not a part of life. And then today I was like,
Yeah.
2004 called and they want their code back. And it and it was
Right?
the simple code. It was like a different language. And as soon as I did it, I was like,
Yep. Yeah. I know. I do need to, we've been talking, I need to get some leverage in my life because I miss that creative piece. And when I don't have time for the creative, that's when I know I need to put leverage in my life.
true. And you know me well enough to know that if I'm not creating and
Yeah.
educating, if I'm stuck in a little box for a while doing the same, I need not variety, but sometimes the routine of things traps me. And while I thrive on routine and doing things consistently, and when I do those things, my business shows up, right? It shows up in my life and my business. But what I've learned is I do have to time block every day to either write a blog post, create something. I'm so honored that I get to be the person that comes up with all our content for our entire region and all our associates. And it's so fun to see the content go flying everywhere and how used it is.
Yep.
And if I don't have that time, I am not a good human being.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it. Like, you've gotten dry when you're not, and I'm like, go create something.
Mm-hmm. And it's so silly. It's the silliest little thing, but I'm a creative brain. I grew up with creative parents. I grew up in a creative family, whether it was showing horses, stained glass art, painting, sculpting. Like, my grandmother was one of the greatest artists you've ever seen, like comparable to Thomas Kincaid back in the day. Like, that was how she painted on oil. And I grew up painting, watching PBS shows with her, Happy Little Trees, from a young age. My other grandmother could sew anything, put things together. She had an engineer brain with a sixth grade education. It's as high as she went. And then my dad was a photographer. And my mom has an art with language. That woman can write anything. She should have written 10 books by now.
Yep.
So I grew up with these creative people around me and being able to express creatively. So when I'm in a role that doesn't allow for that, I'm not at my best or happiest. So so I guess today's point, who are you masterminding with that is going to give you the honest to God's raw truth? Who is going to be there to push you? And this is outside of having a coach. This is outside of having your tribe. I trust this network of people with my business and my my thoughts, and they're almost like your board of directors. Is this a bad financial decision? Is this a good one? Will this hurt my clients? Will it help my clients?
Yep.
Will it hurt me? Is this the right time? Is this a now project or a later project?
Right.
Find that tribe. And if you're a KW associate or in real estate, Tiffany and I have friends everywhere in every type of role. There's been times where I've had an agent reach out to me at a certain production level and they've said, hey, I want to meet with someone or create a relationship with someone where we can mastermind together and hold each other accountable, but I don't want them in our region. I want somebody who is 20 states away so that when I show them things, they're not seeing the same stuff we all see here. And we make that happen.
100%. All right. Go be creative. Go find your people.
Have a great day, friends. Stay safe out there.
Bye.